Welcome back, guys. It is the Brothers Geek Out podcast, episode 202. And apologies if you hear Lara singing in the background. She is with me this morning. How you been, G-Man? You all right?
I've been good, bro. I've been good. Ramadan Mubarak to everyone.
Yes,
my
Ramadan
first day.
Mubarak.
Yeah, in Asia, today's the first day. Today being Sunday, and yesterday was for you lot, which is Saturday. But yeah, all good. Yeah, good, bro. Just getting into routine of Ramadan. Watched a few movies this week, which we'll talk about. But yeah, that's it, man. I mean, Ramadan's easy because I fast anyway, so that part's super easy. I was telling you earlier on, it's just other desires and thoughts that come into my mind, which is the hard part I'm trying to get out. So that's the hard part of Ramadan. But yeah, no, man, we start today and we get through it, man. So yeah, man, all good. Just trying to get through. The Singapore Ramadan Bazaar has opened up again, so I'm going to hit that later.
Nice.
Which is an awesome environment. I mean, obviously, I went my first year here and then the lockdown, the pandemic happened. So I'm going to go enjoy that, man, for this month. Honestly, just going to be there in those vibes and just enjoy some nice food. All good, bro. All good. I had a nice long conversation with Alara before we spoke. So I'm in a good place. I'm in a good place right now. It feels good. My knee's busted. I just set my knee. My knee in it. The MCL is just still on the recovery, and it's just annoying that I still don't have full range of movement. So I'm just a little bit like, I can't go out running or do any hard training. So it's just, I don't know. I need to chill, but still, I just can't believe that. But anyway, other than that, all good.
You got to rest it out, man. Protect that leg as well. We need it. We need it. It's so difficult. But yeah, no, same thing, bro. It's busy week with work. We're on our second day of fasting. So yeah, I was up quite late yesterday. Went to the mosque last night as well. But what happened this week? It's all been work, to be honest. Yeah, it's all been work. I mean, I did see Ambulance the other day, which I did enjoy thoroughly. Only the beginning part gave me a headache, Chris.
What do you mean? Why did that give you a headache? What do you mean?
It's like the camera movements and everything. It's like I was on a roller coaster. I think that's the feeling he tries to give. But overall, quite deep, action-packed story, man. It was good. And Jake Gyllenhaal, I think, is wicked, bro. You know what I mean? I'm a big fan of his work. Yeah. So
I've done a non-spoiler review, and that's why I didn't want to talk about it. I guess we can spoil it here, but that's what I wanted to talk about, the emotional, the relationship between him and his brother. And that part was quite emotional, man.
Very, very, very. And it was like, blood is not bond, and the dynamics of the way they are with each other was different as well. But just in general, the action, bro, is mad. There are some scenes, and I was like,
I always say this about Michael Bay movies, right? And I didn't put it in my review because I didn't want to spoil anything, but he has always a stunning hottie in the movie. And no matter what action and everything happens, by the end of the movie, she's still glowing and stunning. And I'm just like, all right, that's like always Transformers and Turtles and this, they're just stunning throughout the whole movie and all the explosions and whatnot. And they're just still looking stunning. I'm like, all right, cool. But yeah, I mean, I think, like you said, with the camera angles, I think that's Michael Bay's style. He always kind of brings the camera angles from a different way. And then he does that. He always does that spin around sort of camera thing. I don't know. He's great. I mean, it was a good movie. It was fun. And Jake Gyllenhaal, you could see that there was the split between the two brothers. One was a hero and got into something because he had no choice, and the other was obviously on the wrong path. But they were brothers, And it was just kind of like tough decision for him.
It was very tough decision, man. But yeah, no, it was good. It was good towards the end. I think for me, the beginning part just gave me a little bit of headache. I felt like he misses Transformers movies, bro.
But didn't he say something that he regrets making too many Transformers movies? Didn't you hear that recently? I saw that recently.
He said that, and it's like, because they're large spectacle movies, isn't it? And he can have a lot of fun with them. And I think it was Steven Spielberg who said, "You've made way too many, man. No more."
Got it.
Because he was the producer, isn't it? So.
See.
Don't get me wrong. Like, those Transformers movies are always fun to watch. but they just got like grander, bigger.
But he's making. There's another one coming out, right?
Well, I don't think he's making that. This is like Beast Transformers or something like that. So it's a new format. But it'd be interesting to see where they go with it.
Okay, yeah. Well, like I said, typical Michael Bay movie for me is just great action, crazy camera angles, hot, stunning chick. And then, it's always about, not always, but there's always a duo, right? Two people, a relationship between two people and their journey throughout this action-packed, whatever it is. And then just see the relationship and the bond between those two characters. But Jake Gyllenhaal always is a great performer, man. And what was it, Yair? What's his name again? Yana, the second or something, I forgot his name, but he's awesome as well. He played a great role as well. And you could just see, I guess you could just see the problem that he was in and he had no choice. And it kind of highlighted how fucked up, Alara can't hear me, right? And I shouldn't swear anyway, it's Ramadan. See, this is why I lose with Ramadan. So forgive me. It's kind of hard. He shines a little bit on what happens with veterans, right? Veterans are war heroes, man. Like, forget the wars, right? Forget that for a second. Because those are governmental, political bad guys that run it, and innocent people go and join those wars or whatever. So I'm talking about those innocent people that are in the wars that really have no idea. They're just following direction or whatever it is. Anyway, It shines a light on what veterans go through, man. They should be classed as heroes. Like, there should be a contract saying if you go out and fight for the country, when you come back, you don't have to pay taxes. You don't have to pay medical bills. You should get a house. Like, you're a hero. You should be looked after. I'm talking about a war veteran in all countries. I know I'm highlighting US, but all countries, right? And like I said, forget the war. Those are handled by bigger powers and whatnot. So it kind of highlights that because he was doing it for his wife's medical bills. And when you got no choice, sometimes you got no choice. Like, love, it's tough, man. So he highlighted that a little bit on war veterans, which we've seen before. And then, again, with his brother, brother's love is a brother's love. And that's always going to be the best quote ever when you
always. That quote is forever ingrained in what we do. His name is Yahya Abdul Mateen the second.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Yeah, no, he's brilliant. He's really good.
Sounds Islamic brother to me, so happy Ramadan to him.
Yeah, of course, bro. That's what I was gonna say.
I don't know if he is though.
Oh man. But yeah, what else has been happening? So we got the first episode. We'll talk about that a bit later on. We've got that, which was good. But yeah, let's get.
We highlighted. Listen. We were fresh off the situation of the Oscars last week with Will Smith and The Rock, so we gave our initial thoughts.
Yeah.
I brought it up again. I want to bring up again, like based on everything that you've heard throughout the week and everyone's different thoughts. Just wondering what your thoughts are now. By the end of that day. Like, because I know we spoke about it briefly, but by the end of that day, I was like, you know what, bro? The more I see this, the more I'm against what. Of course, I'm against what Will Smith did, and I don't want to swear right now, but I wanted to say by the end of that day, I was like, man, F Will Smith, because I really felt I'm on Team Rock, Chris Rock for now, man. I'm telling you, I'm still a fan of Will Smith. I hate cancel culture, so he should not be cancelled. His Oscar should not be taken away. None of that sort of stuff. I know there's some delays with some of his recent movies. There's one on Netflix that they delayed it. I think he said he removed himself from the Oscars. I hate cancel culture. I hate that for sure. But at that moment, I was like, I'm always going to be a fan of Smith. But at this moment, F Will Smith, man. I can't believe he did that. I felt bad for Chris Rock. Chris Rock was a pro. Looking at it, I think he was a pro. He handled that well. He could have easily been like, threw the mic at him at the back of his head, or he could have started cussing him and going in on him. But you know what? He took it like a he took it like a pro, man, and he stood up. I think he was a professional, man, and his show's got to go on. It's one of the biggest spectacles in that genre, the movie genre. He made the show go on. I just think it was BS, and also Hollywood and even the movie stars. I agree with what Jim Carrey said, man. It was people were spineless. Someone could have got up. Anyone could have got up and say, that was wrong. Like, you should not. That, you know what I mean? No one did. My guy got an Oscar, made a BS speech about family and blah, blah, blah. I was like, that's all BS. I'm reflecting more. That's just my thoughts. But, listen, Will Smith won an Oscar for a great performance. When he makes another movie, I'm going to watch it because I love him and his performances. But right now, I'm saying he's basic. And I don't know what consequences should happen. I don't know anything about that stuff, but The Rock's the man. Chris Rock's the man. I wish him all the best. And, you know, he's got his new tour coming out, so I'm sure he addressed it, right, on his first show.
He did.
And he was like, guys, I'm not talking about it now, but trust me, I'm going to make some jokes about it, basically. Yeah. I wish him all the success. Love Chris Rock, man. He's a legend in comedy. But yeah, I just wanted to get that off that was my thought after listening to so much.
No, listen, I think my man didn't know as a comedian, that puts a lot of comedians in danger, where they usually go to the crowd and pick on something about somebody, and it's a part of the comedy show. It makes people feel like they're involved. I'm gonna get cussed. I shouldn't have sat in the front. I should have sat way in the back. Like, it's a part of the show. So he probably didn't know about the condition that what's her name was going through. But you're at one of these Hollywood events where everybody gets abused. Like, things happen. Listen, bro. Will knows himself. It was. He put his apology up. Originally, he should have apologized when he did his speech.
Mm-hmm.
But his pride and anger and frustration, got the best of him. And he did apologize the next day. He had a little Instagram post that he put out with the apologies and the rest of it. And then, as the week goes on, all of these things are happening. Listen, I keep thinking it's staged, and I don't know why I still feel like it's staged, but the more clips and videos I see, and you see the reaction that Chris goes through, and he still takes it like a champ and continues to do the next award. I did feel sorry for Chris. I was like, oh man, that's embarrassing, man. But he is a pro. He dealt with it in the right manner. He hasn't badmouthed anybody in whatsoever. Hasn't pressed charges and all the rest of it. He could really damage Will,
He could, and he could do the whole cancel culture stuff. No, he's not taking that path. He's the bigger man, bro. He's a way bigger man right here. And I finally saw the clip of the after, like how he presented the award after, and you can see the Oscars after for the documentary. You can see he was stumbling on his words. He had more jokes in his little thing when he was talking about it, because he was saying like a documentary is like you smoking weed. It's like you reading a book, but really it's you smoking weed and watching TV. Right? So he had more jokes, but obviously he's put in a very bad situation right there, and he couldn't, you could just tell he was off, but he still presented it, and he was like, just go to the nominees, and that was that. But Rock was the bigger man by far, and I wish him everything, all the success and everything, which he's gonna get anyway. But I think in this situation, I know a lot of people are like, honor, Will Smith honor, and Will Smith sticking up for his wife. Listen, I've said, this was my thing. If you're letting next man sleep with your wife, you can't cuss her ballet, that's an issue. That's a problem right there. Like, that's already weird. Like, next man can sleep with your wife, but you can't cuss her ballet. That's a problem. That's weird. I think there's problems. And listen, they pull it out there. They had that little red table thing and pull it out there. So you pull it out there, of course you're gonna get cussed. All comedians are cussing them now. So that's all on you lot, man. So I don't know, man. I'm 100% like wishing Chris Rock all the like everything, and which he's gonna get anyway. He could have sued the hell out of him. As Jim Carrey said, like he would have sued him. And Hollywood's weird, man. Not one person stood up. I know there's some people made comments after, but not one person stood up and said anything. I love Denzel. I love Sam Jackson, all of them. So they presented him the award and they said these words. After you see during the ads, Brian, Denzel, and who's the other guy, Bradley Cooper, talking to Will Smith and calming him. Who's talking to Chris Rock and say, hey, bro, I hope you're okay. I'm sorry that happened. Who went up to Chris Rock? Like, which one of you Hollywood dudes went up to him and said, hey, man, I'm so sorry that happened to you. But you're comforting the guy who just assaulted someone. He assaulted someone. You should actually take him out the building. But instead, they're comforting him. Go comfort the guy he hurt. He just physically abused, man. What's wrong with you? So Hollywood's weird, and we all know Hollywood is weird. I love Hollywood because I love their movies. So the thing is, I'm contradicting what I'm saying because I love Hollywood and the movies. But they are a weird group of people, man. It's the only place on earth where you're allowed to go assault someone, then go win one of the biggest achievement of time awards. Is so weird, bro. And I guarantee you, if it wasn't Chris Rock, if it was someone else like the Big Rock or someone else, Will Smith's energy wouldn't be the same. I guarantee you. And then also if it was like, I don't know, Ben Affleck that went and slapped Chris Rock or someone else, they would have removed him and cancelled him. And listen, bro, I think Will Smith is getting away with privilege and what's the word, entitlement and all these words that I've been hearing and whatnot. I agree with that. I think he's getting away with all of that stuff. He's literally, some comedians are calling him a white chick. He's a Karen right now. He's a white chick. He's getting away with white privilege right now, which they're comedians taking a piss anyway, but he's getting away with privilege. I don't care. You don't assault someone and then get the biggest Oscars in front of millions and millions of people in Oscars and then nothing happens to you. So, you know, a week of digesting what everyone says, that's my thoughts. But I still love Will Smith. I'm gonna watch his next movie no matter what. So I'm still a fan.
Yeah, it's a hard one. It is definitely a hard one, man. I mean, it's just see, this is why I feel like it was staged, because, you know, Oscars weren't getting a good viewership. People don't really care about the Oscars anyway. And yeah, it's just I don't know. It's just, I feel like, you know, we need something big to go off here. Here's some monies. Here's some monies. Just play it out. But that's just a conspiracy theory at the moment, because, you know, that shit was trending or stuff like that. It was trending, bro.
The biggest, bro. Listen, what's the word I'm looking for? Diminished any achievement on the Oscars. A blind, I think it was a deaf guy, I forgot the names, I'm sorry. Deaf individual for that movie, they won Oscars.
Yeah.
I think there was the first Muslim Oscar with Ahmed. Even loads of other achievements. Samuel Jackson won a freaking Oscar as well. Like, none of this, all of this was diminished about the, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's another shame. That's another shame. I think that ruined the Oscars and everyone else's achievements. That's what I believe, because only after, we spoke about it last week, only after we were talking about Riz Ahmed and Sam Jackson. I mean, Sam Jackson definitely deserves an award after his achievements. Riz Ahmed, as a Muslim, represented, first Muslim to win an Oscar. I mean, brilliant, man. So yes, it diminished everything, man, but it made headlines.
Exactly. The way of the world, bro. The way of the world. The way of the world. Let's go on to James Gunn says the Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special will debut many new characters.
I reckon many new cosmic characters. That's what I reckon. I don't think anyone big. I don't think it'll be anyone big, because they'll save that. But many cosmic characters that have probably been in the comic books. I'm not going to name names because I don't know, but I reckon there'll be loads of cosmic characters that he would introduce in this holiday special. So that's going to be fun, man.
Yeah, no, definitely, man. Listen, he's excited to get these projects out. Watch your fingers, Lamar.
The listeners are in for a treat, man. They're gonna be like baby screaming in the background and whatnot.
Oh no, Alara's on it at the moment. All right, you keep playing. But yeah, no, definitely cosmic. And then it's not that, bro. He put out this, and this is for like Guardians of the Galaxy 3. He put out this. Well, I don't think he did, but Marvel put out this this little clip of the awesome mixtape, and then it looks like it fizzles out, like what happened with Spider-Man No Way Home, like the multiverse stuff, and then it turns into something else. And I'm like, hold up, they're gonna do something where it's gonna clash with the multiverse, bro. It looks mad.
You think so? You think this whole saga, this is the multiverse saga, right?
Yeah, that's right.
You know? That's interesting if they do. That would be crazy. But
because that's the first little piece of advert I've seen, and it's just a mixtape thing, but they had that little I don't know. You have to see it, bro. It looks mad.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's see what happens, man. Because apparently there was supposed to be a Thor trailer, but I got delayed. So I wonder what's happening. But listen, man, James Gunn, Guardians of the Galaxy, he can't go wrong. James Gunn can't go wrong with those movies. It's going to be a shame when he's done, because I think I saw a tweet of his saying that once he's done with Guardians 3, he's going to be sad that he's done with that thing. And man, Marvel, bring him back for. Please, man, bring him back for something else, man. Don't let him go, man. The guy's a genius with these characters. So Marvel should be like, all right, if we need to introduce any more weird characters like, I don't know, Squirrel Girl or some shit like that. Bring in James Gunn, he'll make her popular, trust me.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That'd be interesting if they ever did Squirrel Girl, though. That'd be interesting.
But she beat Thanos, bro. In the comics, one of the comics, she beat Thanos. It's a bit weird. But anyway, let's not. I don't want to see
that. Bro, what's Ibi, bro? Ibi one moved to Friday release.
You know what I'm trying to say there. That was a spell check thing, man. Obi-Wan moves to Friday release. And apparently with 2 episodes. So
yes, bro.
That's interesting. I wonder why they're doing that. Because I wonder if it's got anything to do with Moon Knight, Doctor Strange, something. I don't know, but it's interesting. So it's moving to the 27th, I believe.
Miss Marvel.
Miss Marvel, when's that
Miss
coming
Marvel
out?
Clash, I think. It could be. I think it's Miss Marvel.
Okay. Well, interesting. But they give us 2 episodes, so that's pretty cool. And yeah, man. So I'm looking forward to that. Chris, what's that?
Ibi-Wan, yeah? Bro. Ibi-Wan. Nah, I'm Ibi-Wan Kenobi. Bro, I'm proper excited for that because that gives us direct in between stories, you know.
So good.
I'm excited for that, definitely, without a doubt. So in 2 episodes, I'm happy because even with Moon Knight, I feel like the way they left it, and I know we'll talk about it in a bit. Let's wait till I just feel like we need it. We need it. But yeah, no, definitely. Yeah, man. That the next one's quite sad to hear, but yeah, man. Bruce Willis retires from acting, diagnosed with. I thought it was originally I was saying amnesia because I didn't read it properly, but I don't even know what this is, bro.
Aphasia. I don't know how to pronounce it, bro.
Yeah.
Again, let's not get into this reading thing because that clip cracked me up, man. Got loads of people laughing about that clip of us not being able to read and shit. But yeah, I researched on it. It's got to do with a disorder where he's not being able to communicate properly. Something like that. So I kind of Googled it real quick, and it has something to do with that, which is a shame, like a brain thing, and just not being able to communicate with people properly, which is sad to see Willis go. What a legend. I mean, I don't know if he ever got nominated for an Oscar. I don't think he ever did, but he had, you know, obviously the Die Hards, which were amazing, but then he had the Sixth Sense,
Unbreakable,
tons of movies, man. The guy, Fifth Element. I mean, he's been around for ages, bro. Yeah. Such a legend. And it's a shame. I mean, I guess I don't know, man. He's hanging up the gloves from acting, but you know, that's legend. It's just sad to hear about his this disease that's or diagnosed with whatever it is.
Yeah,
that's come up. I'm sad. It's sad that that's the reason why he's decided to hang it up. You know. But he's a man, bro. He's definitely gonna go down. He's definitely got movies that are in the history books.
Yeah, definitely, without a doubt, bro. Without a doubt.
Legend.
Yeah, no. Loads of love to him, man. Loads of love to him. Okay, man. Game of Thrones prequel House of Dragons premieres 21st of August.
Yeah.
I don't know, bro. I never watched. I didn't finish it off.
I was just talking to Javed and Ibs about it the other day because Javed's like, I've never seen it. And I'm like, bro, it took me 3 seasons to get into. Yeah. So some people get into it sooner, but once you're in, you're in. Like Ibi loves it so much, and I'm like, yeah, look, it took me 3 seasons to get in, but once I was in, and I loved it. So yeah, I will watch it, but I will watch it for sure.
She's going big. She's saying, "Okay, Daddy, you look big, mashallah." Good girl. Let me see. Hey, good girl. Yes. She always compares herself to that markings that I put up on the door.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Have some Cocoa Pops, please, in water. Good girl. Yeah, so listen, you know what? I do need to finish them off. I think what I'm going to do now is while I'm working, I'll have it playing in the background to finish it off and then see what these prequels are like. But it'd be interesting to see. I mean, this is about the dragon family, isn't it? So
the dragon queen and whatnot.
The dragon.
What were they called? I was going to say Asgardians. But listen, I'm not. I Game of Thrones fans will kill us for not getting that shit right. But I'm a basic fan. I enjoyed it though. I got well into it, and I watched after what I got into, I was in.
Yeah.
But you know, I would enjoy this when it comes out. It gives me something to watch anyway.
Definitely.
So I'm down. Targaryens, that's it. The Targaryens.
The Targaryens, bro.
Yeah, that's
That's
it.
right.
Asgardians.
Falcon and Winter Soldier being restored. Why?
So did you see something like that? So some of the episodes apparently were like kind of like what you call it, downgraded or whatever, like some of the violence or whatnot,
Yeah,
some
they're
of the
taking the blood out, yeah.
So they're putting it back in basically.
Give me a second, bro.
Yeah, so they're interesting that they're putting it back in. So on Disney Plus, I don't know when they're officially doing it, but they're saying that they're gonna I don't know, basically put the director's cut versions on. I think it was like episode 3 or something like that. But yeah, that's interesting why they downed it down. Obviously, I'm sure kids and whatnot are watching it, but maybe they've got data on their audience and they're seeing the kind of their audience data that they're that are viewing these shows, and they're like, you know what? Generally, they're adults anyway. Let's just put the violence back up. Maybe, I don't know, but they did just upload obviously all the Defender series, which are pure violent. They're saying Moon Knight's going to be violent. We'll talk into it a little bit because the first episode does have a lot of blood in it. We just don't see the blood come out. We just see the blood. So maybe I don't know. Maybe I reckon, I have a feeling that they're viewing their target audience. They're doing all the research and data on their target audience. Well, not just the target audience, sorry, their viewership audience, people viewing it and just realizing actually they're mostly adults anyway. Let's just put the violence back in. It's not like kids are watching it anyway. So that'd be cool. I mean, not like they need to be violent, but obviously, you know, it adds an extra element to these shows and MCU and stuff. So yeah, I'll check it out. I might even watch that show again because I enjoyed that show.
You were saying, bro?
No, I just gave my thoughts on it, bro. I was just saying that maybe that they've checked the audience that been watching these shows and they realize, hold on, most of these people watching are adults anyway, so maybe we shouldn't be cutting out the violence. And also, you know, they say Moonlight's gonna be a bit violent. The Defender series came on, so maybe they're just seeing that because initially they thought, you know, Disney Plus kids and whatnot, but maybe the audience is telling them it's not just kids. So that's what I'm thinking. But I'll watch them. I like that show. I could rewatch Falcon and Winter Soldier, to be honest with you, from beginning to end. So I could do that if I wanted to.
No, it'd be good. It'd be good. All right, man. So what's this, bro? Morbius, X-Men, Hulk, Venom.
Yeah. I just put down my thoughts, man. Let's just spoil the shit out of Morbius and give our reviews. I know you gave a spoiler review, but I wanted to give you my thoughts on that movie.
Yeah, go for it, man.
But these are the positives. I'll start off what you did with the positive because everyone's cussing the shit out of it. So let's start with the positives. I agree. Yes, the visuals were great. He looked awesome. Jared Leto for me was the best part of the movie. I think his movements as the vampire was awesome. The slowdown, the Matrix look and whatnot. That was cool. The Easter eggs that I found was, yes, the X-Men. Remember in the beginning, the guy says there's a special school in New York. So I was like, oh, that was sick. He says you wouldn't like me when I'm hungry. That's like from Hulk 2008. Yeah. Remember we're in Portuguese when he said the wrong word. He said I am Venom. Obviously, it's in the Venom universe. All right, those are the positives. I thought it was good in that aspect. I thought it was a short movie, which made it easier to digest. Yeah. Anything longer, I think it would have been like, no, you lost me even more. But in general, bro, I was not impressed with it. I thought it was basic, man. Poor Jared. For me, I felt bad for Jared Leto, man. I'm like, my guy, he's an amazing actor. And he just can't get a break, man, because that movie was basic, bro. I'm sorry, man. I got other thoughts here, man. I think the character building wasn't great, honestly. I think the bad guy, he was awesome, but the way they were brothers from babies, man. Not babies, from kids. They were like brothers. And they just straight away, I'm going to kill you. I'm going to kill the dad. I'm going to kill your girlfriend. I'm going to kill you. Like straight away, there was nothing for me that was like, a good reason for him to just turn bad, like and their whole relationship. I didn't really sense anything mental in his head or any kind of jealousy or whatnot. The whole relationship, and then all of a sudden he wants to kill everyone. I think the story was just kind of like, you know, it was short.
And they didn't even explain much about like why the brother's got these goons working for him. Like, what exactly. What is it? Is he just rich and he just got goons, or is he some sort of gangster affiliated person? Like, it didn't really say anything about that.
Yeah, and how did he get rich? I mean, I know he's got this disease. Why Morbius, we saw he was super smart. How did he get rich? And also, who put the serum in his buttocks, man? Because there wasn't it specifically in the spine. Who done that for him? And or not the serum, but the serum for that. But I mean, look, yes, of course, he's a villain in the comics and all that sort of stuff. But it was just like, for me, it was just like, you guys were brothers, man. And then he just wanted to kill everyone, like easy, like he had no remorse. And Morbius had control. He had control. So if he had control, why didn't you have control over things? So that was my thing with the bad guy. Listen, and I'm spoiling the crap out of it. Oh, before I get into that, the train station scene seemed like it was in the UK. Yeah. Listen, I've been to New York Underground Station. I know what they look like. Not all of them, obviously, but they look grimy as hell. That looked like a UK train station. So I don't know what happened there.
Well, they changed. They did some filming here, so definitely they added that scene in there. Yeah.
Well, that's stupid. I'm sorry, man. Not stupid. I'm no filmmaker. I don't know. But why would you record a UK train station and just put train A and B like it's the US and use a US train? I don't get it. Like, I saw that's the UK, which was weird. It doesn't make sense for me.
It throws you as a viewer. It throws you out the movie because that's the exact same thought I had.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I'm not in, I thought I was in New York. There was that part. And then the last scene, I'm sorry, I thought the ending was basic. Sorry, the fight scenes were difficult for me to see because that last fight scene between, I didn't know what the fuck was going on. So I shouldn't swear stuff in that. And then they bust through the floor. I didn't even know they bust through the floor. I'm like, what the hell is going on? I can't see, right? And then he calls the bats. There was like, I swear there was the Dark Knight soundtrack in there because I just heard dun, dun, like Dark Knight. It was like someone stole the Dark Knight soundtrack. That was pure Dark Knight. And then he stabs it through the heart, blah, blah, blah. And then he flies up and the movie ends. His girlfriend wakes up and then the movie ends. I was like, I was like, is that it? You ended like that? To me, I was like, shit, that was bad. And then the main thing, bro, because the sky opened up, the end credit scenes, right? The sky opened up like No Way Home. And I turned to Ellie, I was like, okay, this is the best thing about the movie because the movie was shit. And then I'm watching it and a vulture appears and I was like, and then I was like, how did he appear? And then I was like, all right, maybe it's not the best thing about the movie. You lost me. Because he appeared and I'm like, well, Spider-Man No Way Home made it clear that universe was compromised and people who knew Spider-Man came into that universe. How in God's name did you, Vulture, who have nothing to do with this universe, popped into there? And you seem so contempt because you were really a family guy. Like, remember, Vulture's character, you were a family guy. You really did that. You were a hard-working blue-collar worker. Obviously, you know, went around the wrong path using the alien technology. Yeah. But you were doing it for your family and your colleagues' families and stuff. So, but you're so content with just coming into this new universe. And then he meets up with Morbius, right, which was also weird. And then he was like, yeah, we can work together. Like, I know his wings changed a little bit, but hold on, where'd you get your equipment from?
Where you get the kit from? Yeah.
Where you get that from? And then Morbius he was presented as a good guy in this, right? He didn't try to hurt innocent people, whereas Falcon, did he really hurt innocent people? He was just robbing shit, really. But how could they work together? I don't know, man. That was poor. That, to be honest with you, I was excited. I wasn't excited. I was excited that it opened up, and then I was like, "Oh, was that it? How you guys fucked it up?" I'm gonna keep swearing. To be honest, bro, I thought that film was flop, man. I did not enjoy that. The one episode of Moonlight, and we'll talk about that in a second, was better than this whole movie by far. So that was my thoughts, man. I don't care what happens after this. So I think Sony effed up, and I think Marvel probably saw the movie. Because remember in the trailer, there was all these Spider-Man connections. I reckon Marvel saw the movie and said, you know what, your movie sucks. So don't connect it to our universe. Or I don't know, don't connect it to something that we're using or whatever. But in a way they did with Vulture. But I don't know. That they flopped, bro. And even the director, did you hear the director tweeted the spoiler? He tweeted out the spoilers. It's like, what the hell, man? The whole concept of No Way Home, I'm not going to say ruined because this movie cannot make a dent on that movie, but they messed up that concept by having Vulture come in here.
It's a weird one because you think about the movie's been delayed 7 times. It had reshoots, it had, edits and cuts. Like the movie, as I said, it's messy and unfinished. So there was probably a 2.5 hour movie there. But after this long, bro, waiting for it, was it worth the wait? Not really. It's just, man, I think it had better character development in the original one they were going to bring out.
Bro, that's another thing though, man. You've been delayed so many times and reshoots, and that's what you produce. I mean, like, come on, that's basic, man. I don't know, man. I don't know. Listen, I think people should still go out there and watch it. Go watch it. Go make your own judgment.
No, make your own judgment. I said that to somebody else on the TikTok one when I did the review up on there. I was like, go watch it for yourself. This is just my opinion, guys. Like, that's my opinion.
Yeah.
So it's not up to me to decide for you what to watch. Go watch it, man. Have a game, man.
100%. I think it's worth watching in the cinema.
Yeah.
Are you going to come out and say that's the best movie in the world? No. Are you going to care that it's the MCU connection? You're like, well, no, that's not connected. Forget about that. But it clearly shows, I'm sorry, man, it clearly shows that Marvel know way more what to do with these characters than Sony or anyone else. It showed this, but from Fox to the Sony characters, all of this sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Marvel clearly know what to do, how to do it, how to connect them, how to make every character likable and lovable and interesting, and everything. We're going to talk about Moonlight in a second, but everything. Bro, yeah, Sony, I know what they're trying to do. They're trying to set up their own Sinister Stick. They've been they've been teasing that for ages. Maybe we'll get Andrew Garfield back, which will be exciting. But you know what? You don't know what you're doing with these characters. And you know what? You are just trying to get hype off No Way Home. I'm sorry, man. I'm being negative here. They're just getting hype off Marvel's success of No Way Home and Spider-Man movies that they've been created by with Tom Holland and whatnot, and getting them involved. But you're trying to get off that success, but you know what? It's not working. And the users and the viewers are going to see that, you know what, Sony, your movies are basic, whereas the Marvel movies are always going to be on point. So No Way Home and the Spider-Man movies, we all know that was Marvel. That was not Sony. Let's be real. Anyway, listen, go watch the movie though. Go enjoy it. Go watch it. Go enjoy it. Love it for what it is. And then, you know, that's it, I guess, with those movies.
I mean, like, bro, you know, they give him his famous his black trench coat with the purple lining. I was like, yes, that's, you know, they did like stuff that is cool, comic book accurate, but then it's like, I want to see the original cut. I want to see I think they're going to have to do a little, if the fans do it, the Morbius uncut version. You know what I mean? Give me the 3 hours, man. Give me the 2.5 hour movie that we were supposed to see.
Bro, Jared Leto looked good though. My obviously handsome dude, pretty boy and whatnot, but my guy got into shape, bro. I was like, bro, you look. Bro, I think that I feel bad for my guy, man. Put him in the MCU, man. Please put him in another character in the MCU. Let him shine because I think he's such an awesome actor. But anyway, that's my thoughts on that, really.
All right, man. Okay, cool. What else you got on there? Sonic, bro.
We'll leave Moonlight to the end, but Sonic, and also that relates to Jim Carrey saying some stuff as well. But bro, Sonic was awesome. Now that film was sick. From beginning to end, the first one was awesome. Same energy for the second one. Knuckles was sick. Jim Carrey was on point. Such a great actor. He was funny. Everything that Jim Carrey did in that movie made me laugh. He's so good. He's so charismatic and whatnot. Yeah. Knuckles was awesome. Idris Elba done him wicked. I don't know if it was me. Some of the animation for me looked a little bit off. I don't know if that was me or maybe I'm just seeing things, but for some reason I thought some of the animation looked off. That was the only thing. Other than that, the film was so much fun, man. What a great adventure, man. It's so fun from beginning to end. I really enjoyed that. Sonic was top quality. I loved that. That was so much fun. And they're going to make more. So that's going to be awesome as well. I hope so. They're going to make more. I'm
sure they will, bro, because they really broke it down in there. I genuinely really enjoyed it. It was a good, fun movie. And in this one, we get more Sonic and Tails. You know, it's less about everybody else. It's about Sonic. You know what I mean? If you notice that, we had a good balance of Sonic in the first one and the human interaction. But in this one, this is more like animation and Sonic.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. And I just love his character. He's still a kid. He's still young. He thinks he's awesome when he's being a hero, but he's actually basic and he loses. I loved all of that, bro. Yeah. In the beginning scene and whatnot. So that made me laugh. I think that movie was so much fun, man. There was not a moment in that movie where I was like, oh, this is boring. The whole thing was funny. The part that cracked me up, though, I was telling you yesterday, but I was dying. So I was, you know, the couple, her sister and the FBI agent, and, you know, they were the couple throughout the movie. And then at one point at the wedding scene, I look at, spoiler alerts, people, I look at my missus and I go, they're kind of like an odd couple, don't they? Because he's a good looking dude in great shape and whatnot. And she's she's who she is, right? And then 5 seconds later, they're like, FBI, Operation Catfish. I died, bro. I was dead, bro. I looked at my wife. I was like, I told you something's off here. I saw it from the beginning. Something is off here. Operation Catfish killed me, bro. I was dying. Hilarious.
That was good. That part was hilarious. But they did a lot of stuff from the games, bro. If you realize, you know, the way the bombs chased him down the hill and stuff like that. I'm like, wow, man, they really gave. I think, bro, listen, like, you know, trying to make a movie game, a game into a movie is very hard because you've seen some of these movies, they're not the best. But Sonic, I don't know, Sonic's done something really good, bro.
Yeah, no, for sure. And even the underwater scene, because Sonic can't swim. Remember in the game, you have to eat the air bubble or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
So they done all of that sort of stuff. That was awesome. And the gem, I remember the God mode Sonic. I played 1 and 2. I can't remember when they got into the God mode stuff when you collect the gems. So I kind of barely remember that stuff. That was pretty awesome. As you mentioned previously, Dragon Ball Z and stuff, they could do all of that now. And I don't know why someone doesn't take on that project and do it and build a Dragon Ball Z saga, bro. Because you know how MCU's done this whole saga thing? You can do that now if you invest the right money and whatnot and do a Dragon Ball Z saga and build it up slowly. But yeah, Sonic was awesome. Dr. Robotnik, bro, that big robot was so sick. Everything was just on point. I thought it was so good. His assistant makes me laugh as well.
Yeah.
His love fest with Dr. Robotnik cracks me up. Man, the film was so enjoyable, man. I sat there the whole movie eating my M&Ms and popcorn and just enjoyed it. So I thought that was brilliant. And Knuckles, again, Idris Elba doing Knuckles was wicked.
It was so good.
Stuff, so good, yeah.
So good, so good. No, definitely. No, they got involved. It's weird they got involved an element of gaming in there as well, which a lot of the fans will connect to. And yeah, it was good fun. Good fun.
The best.
I mean, while we're on that, Jim Carrey saying he's done, man.
Yeah, he said after this he's done. He goes, I've done enough. I've done everything that I need to. That's what he says. I hope not. I mean, I hope he does more Sonic. I mean, we need him back for Sonic, obviously. So please come back for that. But if he says he's done, I mean, hopefully not, man. But what a legend. He's a legend anyway. I love that dude, man. I love him.
Definitely. He's brought a lot of laughter into our lives. And, you know, he's done some really great movies as well, you know. There's a guy who needs an Oscar, bro. His Truman Show, he should have got an Oscar for that. Definitely.
Yeah. I mean, some kind of lifetime achievement award. He deserves something for sure.
No, definitely. But I don't think he'll take it on, man. You know how he is and how he exposes the world right now as it is. So he's an interesting character right now. He's opened up dramatically.
You heard what he said about the Will Smith situation. He goes, that was disgusting. He was sickening, and he called Hollywood spineless, if I remember correctly. He called the industry spineless, like not be all spineless. No one stood up for Chris Rock or anything. Like he said it how it is, and he goes, if it was me, I would be waking up today saying I'm suing you for 200 million or whatever it is. And he goes, that's for life. That's out there for life. And that's, you know, so of course, so he I think maybe he's just sick of the industry too, and the way it is and whatever. And the way it kind of dictates the world in a way, like you putting these actors on a movie, on a pedestal, and you can go and assault people and then go win an Oscar and shit. I don't know. I don't know if that had anything to do with decision, but maybe it triggered off a bit more and like, yeah, fuck this or whatnot. But anyway, I'm going back to that. But Jim Carrey, awesome. I love that dude for life. So yeah, even one of my favorites was Me, Myself, and Irene, because that film was hilarious, bro.
Yeah, no, it's a good film. Very good film. One of the best films. Yeah, one of his best films, definitely.
Yeah. We're talking about multiple personality disorders. Moon Knight,
bro. Oh my God. You know what?
I love Wednesdays now, bro. It's the best days of the week now.
Wednesdays. Listen, that actually really felt like something new, something different. Like it felt like, you know, like with WandaVision and all the rest of the other shows, we knew what we were kind of expecting. But with this one, this felt like this is something brand new. I don't know where they're heading. They're picking a character like this. And again, another great cast as well. You know, Oscar Isaac, you've got Ethan Hawke playing Arthur. It looks mad, bro. It generally looks mad. I'm excited to see what they do with this, definitely.
This is a perfect example of, again, Marvel formula just being amazing. From the very beginning, I loved Oscar Isaac's character as Stephen. He done a British accent well, because sometimes, listen, the British actors can do American accents perfectly.
Yeah.
Tom Holland being an example of doing a Queen's accent, blah, blah, blah. The Americans doing British sometimes don't really pull it off. Isaac smashed it. He was very vulnerable and kind of sweet sort of guy in the beginning. I'm like, I'm in. I like this guy. I'm already in. But bro, this is a perfect example of Marvel just giving us a new character through a TV show who's connected to the MCU. And bro, just one episode, I'm in. I watched it twice in a row, bro. Bro, I'm not joking. We watched it.
Yeah.
I watched it. I went up, took a piss, I came back and watched it again. I pressed play again. I watched it. That's how good it was. And this is the beauty of a TV show, bro. You can just give us an episode like that, which don't mean anything. You get straight into it, but you know you got 5 more hours of this to go, or another 5 more episodes.
I'm just gonna grab us more tissue, bro. Keep going.
Yeah, cool. To give us some character building on this show, and that's what I'm looking forward to. Like, because I'm looking forward to see what Mark's all about. We've seen a little bit of Stephen, but I want to see what Mark's about. I wonder if episode 2 is going to be this same episode, but all of Mark's versions. So when he goes into Mark, I want to see, maybe I wonder episode 2 is that's going to be about. But we got so much. The thing is, we got so much more to see, and they're going to give us so much more. So I'm looking forward to it, man. And I just can't believe they gave us full costume in the first episode. That's what I love. No wasting time. I'm in, bro. I'm in. Yeah. I'm loving it, bro.
It was really good because, like, again, bro, this is a character that not many people know about. It's a B character. He's not one of the main frontline. It's a mystical, magical character. You know what I mean? But I love, like, there's little details in there, bro, you know, like what he talks about, you know, every time he wakes up in the morning, it feels like he's been hit by a bus. My man's out there avenging, bro, you know what I mean? He's being the Dark Knight in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. But it was nuts. But even in that last scene, like, even seeing him in that full suit and the way, you know, mummifies him, it looks sick, bros. They got the visuals on point, bros. They got the visuals on point.
You could tell there could be some good action in this, because and you know, you see the violence in regards to just see the blood, right? Because we never saw no action. We saw the action finishing, right? When Mark takes over. I love the transition between that. I love the fact that they haven't showed us anything, because this was episode about Stephen.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I wonder if episode 2 will be about Mark, the mercenary, and whatnot.
Yeah.
But you see the blood on his hands and whatnot. So it's obviously, there's some violence going on in this movie, in this show. I can't wait. But as crazy as it sounds, I want all 6 episodes now. But I love this weekly wait, because it gets me going, man. It's going to keep me going to Multiverse of Madness. But bro, I love it, man. The character building is so good. This perfect example of Marvel's formula just working. Again, honestly, man. And I've only seen 1 episode. I've only seen the first episode, and I'm fucking moist. I can't wait what they're gonna do. And also, we don't know who might show up, because they've done that, man. They surprised us with Kingpin and Daredevil and whatnot. Bro,
that's right.
How do you not know Mahershala Ali is not gonna show up as Blade, or John Bethnal's Punisher is not gonna show up? Bro, I'm gonna shit my pants if Punisher shows up in this, bro. I'm swear to you, man. It's gonna be. We don't know that. That's all speculations and theories, but my God, I can't wait to see more of this, bro. I love it, man. I love this show already. I mean, Oscar Isaac's a man. Ethan Hawke's a man. Wicked. I could watch it again easily. No.
Yeah, I did. I watched it the day after straight away as well. So, no, definitely exciting to see a character like this portrayed on the screen. And I like what we got. We got something where we were thrown into everything. So we don't know, like, what he's suffering, how he's suffering it, split person, you know, this psychosis, split personality disorder that he suffers. Like, you know, it's a real thing. People suffer it. Split personality, man. It was sick, bro. He's done it really well. They've played it off really well. So very, very, very good. So we're in for a treat, man. Definitely, without a doubt.
Yeah, definitely, man. Listen. Yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait for Wednesday's the best days right now. I'm so excited for Wednesdays. Just finish work and then boom. I know it's Ramadan now, so we're going to fit it in somewhere, but it's so exciting. It's so exciting that we got a new character, because this is our first new character on Disney Plus. Because like you said, all of them, everything else was people that we knew, and they introduced a new character here and there. But this is about a new character that they're introducing into the MCU, which makes it super exciting, and it's on a show. So we get him weekly. The character building is weekly. It's gonna digest in your head weekly. I can't talk. I'm so excited.
No, definitely. I know. I'm excited to see the second episode because I think we'll get an episode more based on the mercenary.
I hope
what he's up to.
That would be cool.
When after Ethan Hawke, because Ethan Hawke has this really, like, this is the first time I've seen him play a bad guy. He's always been kind of the good guy. I know he's played a couple of bad guys, but this is like, I was like, it's interesting take he's on this. So he's like really calm and collective, but I know like there's going to be some madness later on with him. So it'll be interesting to see where they go with this. But no, definitely exciting times, bro. We got another new character joining the MCU. Phase 4 is sounding a bit nuts at the moment. And if because they say this is after the events of, what was it?
I was trying to remember that myself. I remember seeing something. I think it's before, was it before Spider-Man No Way Home?
No, I need to check that post. There is something I saw online.
Yeah.
I think I shared it as well, so I'll double check that. But yeah, no, exciting times, bro. We've got loads coming up, man. So all is good.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and quickly Google it. Moonlight timeline. Moonlight timeline. Where does Moonlight take place? Say producer Grant told the Moonlight is show within the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Obviously, you idiot. When does Marvel take place in the Marvel timeline? Come on, give me something. Marvel timeline, good question. Disney Plus series. Come on, get to the point, man. Moonlight, Disney will fill in your details. Come on, give me the answer, man. Moonlight takes place post Avengers Endgame, obviously, though its exact spot in the timeline was originally a little hazy. We know that the blip recurred. I don't know, bro. All right, we'll figure that out. This thing's
all right, cool. We'll find out.
Research, yeah. The official answer: Moonlight takes place after Hawkeye in its playlist of Marvel show. Shut up.
Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah. That makes sense. But yeah, all good. All right, cool. Was there anything else?
That was it on the list, man. Look, let's do our Moon Knight reviews on after we've seen it, and we can post a little something, a spoiler review every week after we've watched it. So I will obviously watch it earlier than you because I'm in Singapore. So we discussed that on Thursday, guys. We'll give out our little. By Thursday, we'll give our own little Moonlight spoiler reviews every Thursday.
That's cool. Yeah? Definitely, we'll do that. All right, guys. What was we going to say? So we do the Fight Talk section, guys. The latest episode is up now with the BMAs, UFC 273 predictions. So that's up now with Curtis West. Make sure you check that out. And we are on. Oh man, my nose is playing up, man. We're on all streaming platforms, guys. So I know you guys listen to us across the world, which is absolutely amazing. But if you're new to the channel and if you're commuting to work tomorrow or Tuesday, then listen to us on your headphones and listen to us geek out about last week's madness. And yeah, go from there, man. Definitely. All right, bro.
Cool. All right. Well, look, I got a break fast in about an hour, so I'm going to quickly go hit the gym and then get ready for iftar, and then I'm going to go head out to the Ramadan Bazaar and see what food they got out there and see what the vibe's like, and then come back and play and all that stuff. So yeah, man, awesome. Well, look, thanks, bro. It's good to catch up again as usual. We'll catch up soon. And yeah, man, peace.
All right, man, we'll go from there. Peace.